In another big story, state leaders are considering banning books with transgender ideals from the youth section of libraries across the state of Alabama. Many residents now expressing both concern and support over the proposed change. But we want to first hear from you. Should we be able to decide what books kids can access in libraries? Go ahead and scan the QR code. It's right there on your screen to share your thoughts. Now let's go on over to ABC 3340, Austin Pratt, who has more on this story.
Ashanti, the change calls for the removal of material that, quote, positively depicts transgender procedures, gender ideology, or the concept of more than two biological genders. Some are concerned, calling this a First Amendment and censorship issue, and others say these books have no business in the hands of children.
True victims. And our children in Alabama do not need to be subject to this dangerous and disgusting and deadly ideology. Please continue to protect our children.
This was at a public hearing for the removal of transgender books from public libraries, where the Alabama Public Library Service Board of Directors heard from Alabamians. Many supported the change, but also many, like Angie Hayden, co-founder of Read Freely Alabama, spoke against it.
This amendment is unconstitutional. It's gross government overreach. It's blatantly discriminatory, and it is unnecessary.
Hayden and others spoke about the wording of the proposed change being any material that, quote, positively depicts those topics.
I think that it's blatantly discriminatory to say that they want to restrict positive depictions of transgender people, because apparently the negative ones will be permitted to stay.
I asked Alabama APLS Chairman John Wall, who's also the Alabama GOP chairman, about the wording.
I think that was probably an overlook by the original author. Nothing here is designed to be negative towards any person, right? What we're talking about is content that some parents find concerning, that they would want to address with their child before their child read it. And I think that's very fair.
Hayden and many other Alabamians said they don't see the need for this change, and removing these books from the youth section, if they are youth books, could result in them being removed altogether.
You're talking about a very few number of books that are very important to a very small minority of people who go to the library, but those people have the same rights that the opponents to these books have. They are tax-paying families, and they have a right to be represented in libraries whether or not people disagree with their choices.
Before making the decision, the board will consider the input from nearly 8,500 people.
There's strong feelings on both sides of this issue. And I think it's incredibly important that government officials and government agencies like the APLS take the time to listen to people on both sides and get it right.
80% of all comments received by the board were in support of removing the books, and the board will vote on the proposal on November 20th. Ashanti.
Thank you, Austin. That's Austin Pratt reporting. Let's go back to that poll question. We're asking you, who should decide what books kids can and can't access in libraries? So let's go ahead and see what we have so far. 82%, and these are coming in right now. If you guys haven't had a chance to vote, don't worry. You can do that right now. 82% said it should be left up to the parents. It looks like 8% local libraries, which is now 7%. It looks like overall, you all want to decide what your kids can and cannot read, 85%. But of course, like I said, you can still vote right now by scanning the QR code on your screen or finding this story on the ABC 3340 News app.